Is Adams Polishes H2O Garden Gloss a pass or a trash? Team Scat Cat coming back at you with another video. If you're noticing that I'm wearing the same clothes as I had in the last video post gym, you have a very keen eye, my friend, because this is pretty much the same day. I'm just doing another video for you guys. If you don't know what the previous video was, that was my cheapo method of gaining a pressure washer and a cheap foam cannon and using it on the Hellcat and wondering, will they do the same as the big guys who offer stuff for like, 90 something odd dollars just for one foam cannon. But anyway, that's the last video. This is this video, so let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, I am now in the aftermath of pressure washing my Hellcat with my brand new cheapo pressure washer and my brand new cheapo foam cannon. But I can't just leave the Hellcat sitting there all drippy gathering water spots, so this is the next episode of Pass or Trash. So you guys can probably already see, you probably already know the label by now since I've been holding it and flashing around the camera. Today's Pass or Trash is going to be using Adams Polishes H2O Guard and Gloss. Now, what tipped me off about, let me switch my hand on this camera. I'm not using the tripod right now because I had to put it up on the big tripod to give you guys that stationary view of pressure washing the Hellcat. But anyway, what tipped me off about this product was that you actually use this as not really a drying agent, but you use it while the car is still wet. Hence the H2O Guard and Gloss. So after you've washed your car, you immediately hit it with some of this why the fuck can't I say that? You immediately hit it with some of this H2O Guard and Gloss, and then supposedly it's supposed to last you a fair amount of time, as I've heard from fellow YouTuber RP Productions, which his video was pretty much the one that tipped me off on this. So I'll put a card for that video in the description right now. But anyway, he tipped me off to this, and he said, because he does his own detailing, he partly runs his own detailing company. So he said this can actually last you about a good 2 to 3 months. Now, I've actually seen, I'm not as disbelieving of that as I used to be, because I've seen products, and I personally use products that are along the same lines as this that do last about 2 to 3 months. So the only difference is you use this with a wet car. So we've got the formula. I just pressure washed the car. Again, go check out that video if you haven't seen it on the cheapo pressure washer and foam cannon. Just wash the car. It's nice and wet. Got this new product. So let's see if it's good or if I'm gonna throw it away and never use it again. So let's get into it. Okay, so obviously the Hellcat's been sitting for a little bit as I've cleaned up a couple of things and also gotten ready to shoot this next video. So what I'm gonna do with the pressure washer, the cheapo pressure washer, so I'm just gonna spray it down one more time. Like I said, it's cool today, so the beading is working pretty well from the other stuff I've got on it. Water's not drying up as intensely as it is. It hasn't really been in the sun at all today. So I'm gonna rinse it down once more just to hopefully get the full effect of the H2O Guard and Gloss. And then we're gonna put it on and you guys are gonna see the after effects. And then I'm gonna give my vote if it passed or if that's just trash. So let's do it.
Fresh boys on the track.
All right, everybody, so memory difficulties with the camera memory card, but the Hellcat is all rinsed off, and now we can get into using the Adams H2O Guard and Gloss. Now, As per the instructional video and the instructions, oh sorry, I was shaking it, from Adams, it says that this is safe to use on all glass, paint, and trim as well. So I'm gonna use this on pretty much everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying and wiping down, and then I'll get back to you guys with the final product when it's finished. So stick with us. All right, everybody. So the Hellcat is officially done. I think so far it looks so good. So the one thing that I will say about the Adams H20 Garden Gloss, again, sorry I'm filming this on the phone, but waiting for some memory to clear up on the camera right now. The one thing I will say about the H20 Garden Gloss is that it is a little bit more viscous than I was originally anticipating. So even on the mist setting of the spray bottle, it's still pretty much like it backsplashed everywhere. So if you've used this before, or if you're gonna use this, obviously you know, or now you know to prepare for that. It is gonna backsplash everywhere. So my solution to that would be to apply it in the type of striping method as I have pictured right here. And yeah, that's how I would say apply it. Other than that, it's not too different from other H20 hydrophobic type sealants. You have to use one damp towel, one dry towel, and then obviously apply and then buff off. And it says use it for everything, so I used it for the mirrors, I used it for the trim. It is said to restore the deep black to the trim, but I can't really tell you if it's restored anything because this is still a pretty new car. So I cannot be the judge on that one. But what I think I'm going to do after the camera has done downloading all of its stuff to free up more memory, I'm going to hit the wheels too. It says you can hit the wheels last, and obviously the side skirts and all that stuff. Make sure you hit all that stuff last, and your exhaust tips even, it says for that as well. So this is sort of like a do all sort of thing. So I'll hit you guys back with the rest of my final thoughts as soon as I get more memory on my camera, and then we'll go over some of the pros and cons of the Adams H20 Garden Gloss, and I'll give you my final vote after that. So stick with us. All right, everybody, camera is back in use. So now on to the final thoughts. Adams Polishes H20 Garden Gloss. Before I do that, let me just give you guys one last look at the kitty. I mean, it's looking good. Obviously pulled it in out of the cold. Well, I guess not really the cold, but it getting colder. So it's not too bad. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, clearly it did its job. Now we'll have to see how Adams works with its actual hydrophobic qualities that it claims. But I think I'll do a little test on that myself right here, and we'll see how that works. But anyway, let's get into these final thoughts. All right, so Adams Polishes H20 Garden Gloss. Let's talk about pros first. Pros, it does work as a good detailing spray or an after cleaning spray. It says obviously that it can be used as a detailing spray as a dry application as well, and there are directions on that as well on the bottle. So you can use it wet or dry. So durability, that's a plus. Let's see. Let's talk about a con. Obviously I already said it in my video on my iPhone, but it's very viscous, and you guys have already seen the video. No amount of shaking can really rectify that. So the way that I did it, let me step over some stuff before I die. The way that I did it was exactly in the picture that I showed you guys. I sprayed a thin line of it, and then I used my damp rag to apply it. It took a little bit more time, a little bit more effort, but that was the only way to stop the backsplashing. So there's a con on that. A little bit too thick for my liking. All right, let's talk about another pro. Another pro, obviously, you guys, if you've messed with Adams before, you know the pro that I'm about to mention is that they are notoriously good for their scent. So if you guys look on the instructional video for the H20 Garden Gloss, they're gonna talk about that it's like a jelly extract or something in there, which I'm assuming has something to do with the hydrophobic qualities in the sealant. But anyway, it smells really good. The car outside smells really good. In the garage, still smells good. So, smell, another good pro. Another con that I would say is a big one. I don't know about you guys, but every time I use an Adams product, I usually, either I'm too OCD or what, but I use a lot of it. Especially, I've mentioned before, it's notorious with the wheel cleaner. I use a lot of the wheel cleaner. This stuff, it's not too bad. It's a little bit more viscous so you can't really see it. But I think I use maybe like a third of the bottle on this car. Could also be for the size of the car. Like I said, again, could be that I'm OCD about the car, but Adams products, for the price, I wish they'd give you a little bit more product because I run through it like I'm at a track meet, man. That's how bad I run through some Adams stuff. And let's cap off the shit sandwich, so to say. You know, you do the good and then the bad. Let's cap it off with another good. So let's talk about the good. The other good is that it does, in fact, give quite a slick feel to the car. So that would make me think that its hydrophobic qualities are not, so they're not really telling a lie about the hydrophobic qualities, but I'm gonna go grab some water and we're gonna test the hydrophobic qualities of it so that we can wrap up this video. So let's go test Adams metal on the hydrophobic qualities of H2O Garden Gloss. All right, y'all, so we're back. Got a little bit of filtered water. So let's pick a panel here. I don't want to drip it on the wheel. So let's pick a panel here and let's just test the quote unquote hydrophobic qualities. Let's see what we got. I mean, that worked pretty well. I mean, you saw from the pour, slid right off the car, and then we got some pretty good beading here. So I'd say, as a pro, that the hydrophobic, not that I'm a pro, but as a pro for this product, that the hydrophobic qualities are pretty good. Yeah, I'd say they're pretty good. We'll see what happens when I get it caught in a rainstorm or something like that, but so far, hydrophobic qualities hold up all the Adams polishes, H2O Garden Gloss. Okay, so as you can see, I obviously had to wipe off that water because I ain't no slouch. I'm not gonna let this clean car, even if it is hydrophobic for a couple months, I'm not gonna let some water beat up on my car if I can help it. But anyway, is Adams Polishes H2O Garden Gloss a pass or a trash? I gotta be honest with you guys, I was figuring that this was gonna be a pass, but that's not to say that it is a trash. I'm gonna say, let me get the rest of this off here. I'm gonna say that Adams Polishes H2O Garden Gloss comes at a draw right now. Now I know that's not really a category that I have, but here's why I think, for me personally, remember this is all my opinion, this is why I think it comes in as a draw. So because of the heavy viscosity and because of not the difficulty, but a little bit more effort that it takes to use this product, especially just doing it as a one-man job, it ended up, even with how much the pressure washer cut down my washing time, it ended up pretty much being the same amount of time that it took me, as usual, to apply an after sort of coating. So I would say that I probably would not use this as an on-the-go detail spray, even though it says it can be. The deepening of the blacks on the car, I mean, like I said, I can't really be the judge of that because it's still a fairly new car. So I can't really be the judge on how that quality worked. Hydrophobic qualities work just great. But for me personally, I probably would not use this all the time after a wet wash, so to say, for the car. So there you got it, YouTube. For me, Adams Polishes H2O Garden Gloss is a draw or a neutral, whatever you want to call it. It's not bad, but for me and my usages, it's not exactly what I would use all the time. So there you go, it's a draw. All right, you guys, and with that, that is the end of this video. It's been a long day for me, testing out some new products, some new tools, having fun getting the car clean as I always do, but it is the end of the day and it is time for me to end my day with all of you guys. So, as usual, if you like this video, please like, browse the rest of my content, and of course, hit that support button and subscribe to this channel. And like I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying, if I hit 4,000 followers on Instagram, we're gonna do a nice big detailing giveaway for you guys. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we're gonna do a nice big smoke show for you guys. So I'm gonna keep plugging that, as I always will at the end of every video now, until we hit those goals. And I know we can do it. But anyway, as I said before, like, browse, and subscribe if you like this video. Hit me in the comments if you want to collab and you're in the Florida or Georgia area. Of course, hit me up on here on Instagram and all that good other stuff that we can get to. But as usual, take care, YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, so I know the video was supposed to be over, but I just came back for a quick 24-hour update on the Adams review for the H20 Garden Gloss. So I just wanted to get a quick look of it in the sunlight because it's daytime now. When I wrapped up, it was getting pretty dark because it's, you know, daylight savings and all that stuff. So getting pretty dark, but I also just used the Adams as a quick detailing spray, just to touch up a few water spots that I didn't get with my air dryer the night before. So I did that, touched that up, and it looks pretty good. So let's just take a look at it in the sun. See, did good on the wheels. There's the trim. And now, for saying I didn't notice blacker trim, I will say that on the mirrors when I'm driving, especially in those little trouble areas there, I know a lot of Dodge owners have that trouble. In that area there, it actually did deepen the black of it a little bit. So, there is my quick Adams H20 Garden Gloss update for you guys. Again, I don't think I'm going to change my vote. I think it's still a neutral, but I do believe that I will actually utilize it more for a quick detailing spray rather than after a wet wipe down wash spray. But I'll give it some more time. I'll try it a couple more times here and there on little trouble spots and areas, some of that if I see something get dirty. I'll keep trying it in different ways and different forms, and then I'll let you guys know in an update. But still a neutral for me, so not bad, but won't use it all the time. So now this video is over. So I'll catch you guys in the next one, YouTube.